everyone, my name is Dwayne Pinnell with Transwest Truck Trailer RV. I'm in Belton, Missouri, so that's a suburb of Kansas City, just on the south side, and a full-line RV dealer for Tiffin, for Renegade, for Newmar, and we have tons of inventory here. We try to keep a great amount of used inventory also on our lot, and if you have a piece of inventory that you're trying to sell, maybe you're not going to RV any longer, we try to stay within 10 years certainly, and something in good condition, but we hope you'd give us a shot at purchasing that vehicle from you. It saves a lot of hassle for you having to try to sell it on your own, and we'd love to hear from you. You can use me as a contact. This is myself, Dwayne Pinnell. My phone number, 816-516-5312, and my email is dwayne.pinnell@transwest.com. So today I am going to show you around and through a 2026 Tiffin Open Trail 25 AO. AO is the floor plan. It's a 25-foot coach. This is on the Mercedes-Benz chassis, a 3500 Sprinter chassis. It has a 4-cylinder engine on it, but it is turbocharged. It's going to give you about 10,000 pounds of horsepower on this unit. And as you can see as we walk around, it is very, very industrial looking, tough, still elegant, and well made. First of all, you see all the black accents on the bumper here. This is a Rhino interior or exterior, so it is going to be very durable if you have rocks or debris coming up off of the road. We do have a couple of hooks here for towing things or for pulling things out. Maybe it's a piece of brush or a log or something like that that's crossed the roadway. It's prohibiting you from going to a place that you want to go. And this does have an optional winch that you can put on board. Now for 2026, they have a new front cap at the top here. You have LED lighting both above, and then you have the nice LED headlights with LED lighting here below. So lots of lighting for the exterior of the vehicle. You've got some fog lights here, and then you also have an air inlet here so that you have air assist on here so you can blow up your toys, your inflatables, things like that. And again, it's intended for off-road. This is an all-wheel drive vehicle, so you can take it in some terrains that are a little bit non-accessible to other type vehicles. With the Mercedes chassis, you get 3-year, 36,000 miles on your warranty, and then Tiffin gives you on this unit 24,000 miles or 24 months on their warranty for the unit also. It has a 100,000 mile powertrain on it. You have continuous Tiffin support after the sale, so if you need something, you can call Tiffin up and they can help you, they can assist you. Of course, Transwest would be delighted to be your service center also, with the exception of the Mercedes-Benz chassis. Of course, that's something you have to go to Mercedes to handle the warranty work on that. But as you can see, we've got nice running boards on the side, makes it easy stepwise to get into the unit. Great interior design. We have the bolstering on the seats here where you can air them up to give you a little more support in your back on this unit. It does recline, the seat does recline, and these seats also will turn toward the reverse position so that you have the access of utilizing those if you're inside. Maybe it's a rainy day or something like that. Plenty of spaces to sit. And on the Mercedes chassis, if you haven't ever seen on this particular Sprinter, you see that we have the seat controls here. So if I push from the back of the button here, it is moving that seat forward. From the front back,
you have not subscribed to this.
It'll go backward.
To use it, you first have to.
And then also we can recline the seat with this back button and forward, etc. Now we have the door unlock, and then you do have the heated seats here, which is indicated by this particular icon. And then we do have memory seating over here as well. So if you have people who are switching off the driver and passenger position, if you've moved from the driver's seat to the passenger seat and you need to adjust your seat easily, you can just go to the position for which you have saved in that memory setting there. So it makes it very, very nice for two people going down the road. I have the steps locked out on the unit, so whenever you're in a stopped position, and instead of the steps coming in and out, every time you open that door, you can keep them in the locked out position, as I have them here. So this door is very nicely insulated, a very heavy door. And if you are going off the grid, maybe out in the mountains of Colorado, this unit is bear resistant in that you have this nice metal door here that is going to be resistant to any bears getting inside, and you can close this off, of course, and if they're locked out, they're not getting in. So same thing for a human. If they're locked out, they're not getting in. If you're going off the grid by yourself and camping, maybe a young person alone that wanted to do that, they're going to have the ability to do that. Now we do have the magnetized door. Whenever the screen door is open, you do have some screen here so you can get fresh air while inside if it's a nice day to do so. And then look at all the storage on the outside. It is very generous on the outside storage on a unit of this size. And so we have all the metal cabinets here, and they are pass-throughs, so those things are a little bit longer, gives you space for that. And the doors and the locking system are very nice because you can just simply push them up, push the little clip in, and they are then in a closed position, and they each have a key so that you can lock them. The exhaust for the unit, this is your Dometic refrigerator exhaust right here for the Dometic system. And then of course we have the nice all-wheel drive wheels. These are dualies in the back, so you have a lot of stability in the back of this unit. A 16-foot Girard awning. We do have LED lights underneath, so when it is deployed, and it is air censored, it will draw it in. Should it be a windy day and you get a little gust of wind, it's going to pull that in without you having to do anything because of that wind. We do have these nice huge acrylic windows all the way around, and so they are dual pane, and they're going to give you lots of warmth from the inside also. And then look at this garage space, just really, really generous on the space, again, for a unit this size. So for your collapsible bicycles, those tables maybe that you want to take along, a lot of space in this area to take those along. And then if you have tools or anything like that, we even have some storage below here as well. So they've utilized every bit of storage that you can get. We have marker lights here, as you'll see, if you have the exterior lights on and going down the road. And then you have a rain trough that comes around, so it's going to carry the water above that awning and off the sides. That's what the little stem is that you see there. And look at the top also, how everything is nicely hidden up there as far as your air conditioners, your vents, etc. It's very nicely done, and it's a little rugged looking, which is what it's intended to be. And again, this is the Open Trail by Tiffin, 2026. And just as we had the hooks in the front, we got them in the rear. So if you want to tow something out, maybe someone's stuck in the mud, you can simply hook them up there and you can pull them out. And then we have also a lighting system in the back in the rear as well. If you want to tow, this is already set up with a receiver for towing, and you've got your electrical for here. It's a 7-prong plug here. Nice LED lighting, so illuminated whenever you're putting the brakes on, people can see very readily. Continued with the windows here, and again, acrylic window. And then we have a rear camera just there. And in this space here, Tiffin has supported that such that if you wanted to put a bike carrier or something like that, you can affix it in this area if you want to. Maybe you want to carry a spare tire or something. You could put the bracket for that spare tire here as well and have that. And as far as the air, you also have it not only in the front, but in the back as well. So this has a little air compressor that you can utilize while going again off the grid. Moving on around to the driver's side now, and I'll point this out to you while we're here. Tiffin, this is a Tiffin, so it's got the T here for the Tiffin brand. Not only from the passenger side, but also from the driver's side, you have access to that rear space. Again, the same locking system. Now, while we're here, I will point this out to you. This does have a cooktop. It doesn't have one built in the unit. This is a portable cooktop, but it's a true induction cooktop. It's going to have one burner on it, so you can utilize that for cooking outside, inside, anywhere you have an electrical outlet. This coach is also equipped with the lithium package on it, and so it's got 51 volts of power as far as the the lithium-ion batteries, and it's got the Lithionics package on it, and that's a $9,700 upgrade on this particular unit. So makes it very nice. Closing this, and I'm going to point out to you, we've got this little awning here. So it's got a batwing awning that not only deploys coming out this way, but it wraps around the back of the unit. So if on the driver's side you wanted to set up lawn chairs, you're able to do that. Keep the sun off of you, keep the elements off of you if it's raining or something like that. Makes it very nice as well. The gray dump tank just here on the unit makes it very accessible and easy. Your waste hose you can put just here as well, or that any kind of hose that you have for the dump tank. And then we also have this area where your water hookups are. So it'll show you if it's dry camping, we want to change these valves in this position. If you're affixed to city water, you can hook it up just like this with the dials in that direction. And if you're going to winterize it or siphon the materials out of the unit, etc., then you can do that. We have the water pump just here. And by the way, all of the tanks on this unit are inside, so they are away from the cold and the freezing and everything like that. It does make it more of a four-season coach where you don't have to worry about the freezing of the tanks, etc. So you can do that there. We have the city water hookup, and then a whole coach filter here for the water. It does have cable hookup also with an auxiliary port, and then your satellite. Now this is pre-wired for the mini, it's pre-wired for the mini Starlink system. So it's got all the wiring there. You just have to add the mini Starlink system to the unit to have access to Wi-Fi and internet, etc., going down the road or going off the grid. So makes that nice. And then closing that door, we have this little port here. So even with the water line hooked up, you can close the door, you can lock everything up, have your hose out. People can't get into that particular cabinet or that space because you do have it locked from there. Also makes it very nice. This little cutout here of the open trail, again, the badging for this particular unit right there, again, makes it look very rugged, very nice. This has 30 amp electrical service on it. So with that, it's got the smart plug. So the wire was right back there. We just simply snap that into this space, plug it into the outlet at the campground or wherever you have that service, and you're hooked up for electrical. Again, it does have the lithium battery package, so you have that also to fall back on. And this is the support for the batwing awning. There's one on the rear side as well. As I told you, it wrapped around the vehicle there. The same roof railing continued above, just as it was on the side. LED lighting on the side also. And then this toilet in the unit has a cassette toilet. So it's 5 gallons. Whenever that gets full, you can access it by this door here, pull that cassette out, dump it, and then put it back in place to reuse it again and utilize that as well. And I wanted to open these storage bins because it just, again, has a lot of storage on the exterior for those items that you want to carry along, and sometimes you're limited in space. But with that rear garage area, the space all around the coach, you should have plenty of space to put your things. And this has about an OCC capacity of almost 1,300 pounds. So a lot of carrying carrying capacity on the unit. Same thing with a step rail on this side. Access to the fuel tank is just behind the door, so it prohibits the stealing of your diesel fuel, because this door is closed off with that door. When it's all locked down, no access to that. And same kind of seat on this side as it was on the other side. And so that's about it for the exterior. We're going to step inside and I'm going to show you that interior now. By the way, it does have side view cameras, so left and right blinkers. You do have that for safety when you're going down the road. You can see what's in the blind spot while going down the road. And come on inside. So we have the spider control system on the inside here. So here's the panel right here, and there are other panels throughout the coach, and I'm going to get where I can see it. So it has your lighting systems here, so I can just simply touch those buttons and turn the lights on. I can go to this area also and go to the task, the sofa. I can turn everything on in the unit, the bathroom included. So for these buttons that have or indicate an up and down arrow on them, if you simply hold down on those, then you have a slider so that you can dim the lights on that as well. And that's for all of those buttons that have that two-way arrow up and down. And then you can go to settings, set up the system, set up your time, the screen brightness. If you want to look at things in Celsius versus Fahrenheit, vice versa. Your screen settings, your system updates, and then the mobile app. So it has a mobile app that you can run from your phone also while utilizing the vehicle. We're going to go to the home screen there, and we can see the fresh and gray tanks. We have 12.4 volts on the spider system control, the voltage right now going on. And then I'll show you just above the door, we have access to the awning controls there. Now this has the aqua hot system on it for your heating on the inside. So we can turn that on. We have a burner side to utilize, and then we also have the electric side from that 30 amp plug short cord that we have there. But you can control your awning lights. You can control the in and out of that awning back and forth. So that's just another control panel. I'm going to turn to the dash. First of all, I'm going to stop the beeping, which is the refrigerator, I believe. And you see the nice dash here. First of all, I'm going to point out to you also the flat floor all the way from back there by the bathroom into here. So it makes getting in and out of this very convenient. Into the cab, out of the cab. You have your parking brake here. Plenty of cup holders along the side, and as I turn this on, we'll see that nice dash with the infotainment system. So you can pair up the phone, of course. Anywhere you have these three dots, you can move that screen across to the different pages for setup for your different devices, of course. You can make it personal, so you can set up for you a personal profile on the user, on the system. And then we can go back to the home page. We see we have the phone and connectivity of the phone. Then we have your radio and the settings for the radio. We have other media there. And then Mercedes-Benz apps that you might want to access. Your info on the info system for the vehicle, and then vehicle settings themselves. and then again other devices that you might utilize and hook up. We have a smart steering wheel here, so everything on the screen that we see in the middle here at the dash you can control from the right side of the steering wheel here, and you have accessibility through that Bluetooth by hitting the speaker button here. You can access the phone, make a phone call to people you have saved in your contacts, or even just read a phone number so that it will dial a phone number for you. Makes it much easier for not having to take your eyes off of the roadway for safety purposes. And then everything on the left side of the steering wheel here controls what's in front of me in the display or in the dash here. So very nice. We have a telescoping and tilt steering wheel up and down, and I can lock that in place, but I can also adjust that steering wheel in and out where it is more comfortable for me. Now the driver's side, just like the passenger side, has memory seating. So again, for two people, makes it really convenient, very easy to set it up for the two drivers, even more than that, frankly, because you have 3 settings on each side. Maybe there's multiple drivers, and if you remember what the setting is for yourself that you've set, you can do that there. We have a lot of your roof lighting here, bumper lighting, rear lighting, and then we've got that air pump right here that you can control that. Engine start and stop is right here. It's push button, obviously. Now on the Mercedes-Benz, you have a place for your key in the Sprinter chassis, and it reads the key. It then recognizes the key with the vehicle for starting the vehicle. Lots of lighting above head here in the cabin area. So you have that. And of course you've got the visor, the sun visor on both sides. And then a little storage above on either side as well. Grab handle, maybe you need just a little bit of help by being able to grab something while either getting in or out of the unit. Has that also for you as well. So very nice chassis for this particular unit to have been built on. And then we have these nice mats that are kind of a honeycomb style that Tiffin has provided here with the T insignia on them in the middle representing the Tiffin brand. And again, these seats will turn completely around toward the back, so you have plenty of seating. And then look at the storage here. So nice padded ceiling, but the storage here you have is just continued from the outside in with the netting here. You can put things in there so they're not going to come flying off into you on the cab. And then we have adjustable headrests here on the side also. And again, the padding ceiling throughout, so it's going to give you a nice, it's not going to echo inside. It's going to make it nice and quiet inside. Maybe somebody's moving about in the morning and you don't want, you know, that to reverberate or to echo into the back. So we have the seating here. Now there is an option for different seating than this unit. This is the standard. The option would be for a jackknife type sofa that is going to be about 50 inches by 32. So a smaller person, of course, would be able to go there. And as I look at the windows from the inside now, you see you have lots of natural view outside. We have some reading lights here. Maybe someone wants to sit here and read. But these will all open easily, just like so. And then you can vent them out like that. And if you have a nice day, we can actually vent that so the screen, you're not going to allow bugs to come in. Maybe nighttime though, you want the privacy. You can pull that down and you have the privacy shade. Now that's on all the windows around throughout the coach, everywhere we see them. And it's got a magnetic feature there, so it's going to hook. But we'll close this up then. Again, I'll show you how easily that is done. So again, acrylic windows, very nice. And then the cabinets are also metal cabinets or aluminum cabinets here. Lots of storage, again continued. Now these are also a material that is scratch resistant. You can't warp this material, etc. We've got the great strong hinges here. So if you keep this coach for a long, long time, I mean, you could get moisture on these cabinets and everything like that. It's not going to bow like normal wood might over a period of time. It makes it nice. And then I'll point out we've got some electrical here. So if you have a laptop that you want to plug in, if you have the iPad, devices like that, and then also electrical on this side where it has USB ports there that you can plug in your electronics also. And then moving on to the kitchen side, the same thing, the cabinets are the same here. And if you are hooked up to cable TV, you can hook the cable up in the outside, and then you have a television hookup here. It doesn't have a television as it is right now, but you could hook up television with your cable, with your with your HDMI as well, and you've got the outlet for your electrical there for your television. Same with the aluminum cabinets throughout. And you have over-the-air antenna up there as well set up. So if you're close enough to get the reception from a tower, then you could get TV reception by the over-the-air. Now I'll point out to you, there's one here and there's one over at the end of the bench here. You have this bracket so that there is a table, a bracket that slides down onto this that is on a little pedestal, and it has a table that will turn back and forth. So if you wanted to eat from this seat, you can. And again, because those seats do turn, the one at that end would make it a nice eating spot from the driver's seat with that seat in the reverse position, or by sitting also on that end of the sofa. You could do that also. So just very flexible in the way that you can utilize the unit. And still, as I said, it's an elegant unit, but it is intended to go more off-road than a lot of other units that are in the industry. Here we have the solid surface countertop in the kitchen area. Same type of screens. You have a wireless charging station here, and you also have a tower of power. So you can hook up for a coffee pot or whatever, and you have two of those there, and they both are wireless charging stations also. Just simply push those back into space, lay your phone there if you have the ability to wireless charge your phone. And then the sink on the unit, just here, makes it really convenient. Just simply lift that, lift the faucet, turn it around, and you have the faucet for washing up your dishes, etc. And again, because you're going to have the continuous hot water in this, you can utilize that for your hot water, etc. And then we have cabinets, soft close. There are 3 cabinets on this side. So as you probably already can see from the video so far, you can take pretty much whatever you want to in this vehicle, both inside and outside, because of all the storage that it has. Even a little bit of space as well under the sink. Again, with that aluminum inside there. And then carbon monoxide detector just here. And then I will show you this, a little tight space here, but we have a 10 cubic foot refrigerator here. It's a Dometic, and it will open. You can see the freezer area here, and then the refrigerator area as well. But something very, very convenient and unique is that you can open it from both sides. So if you're back here in the bedroom space and you want to grab a beverage, or you want to grab a little bit of ice cream out of the freezer there, ice cream sandwich, something like that, you have access to it. And also the refrigerator opens from that side as well. So get a beverage out of there while you're back here in the bedroom area. You can certainly do that. We have storage just above the microwave here, and it is a microwave convection oven. Easy to clean. You can make muffins in there. You have the settings, the preset settings for a potato, popcorn, etc. Using that. And then I am going to open this door so that we have access to this huge bathroom. Now I say huge because in relationship to the size of coach, this is a huge bathroom. It's about 32 by 48, so that is a big bathroom for a unit like this. And the headspace, I'm 6'1". I have plenty of headroom height here. It does have a curtain that pulls across, so it's a wet bath. So you're taking a shower, you're not going to get any water on the hallway there, on the hallway floor. It does have a lip down below, and 2-inch walls here. So it's got lots of space if you want to hang something in the shower here, convenient for utilizing. And as you peek around here at the stool, it is also very flexible in that it will turn either way, whatever's convenient for you and what's more comfortable for you. And again, this is the cassette toilet. So it has that little cassette door from the outside that you can take that out again and dump it. And then the little shower space, a little sink. And then we have more cabinetry and space under here. And the clip is not wanting to come loose, so anyway, for now that's what we'll see. One shower head, and then also behind the mirror we have a medicine cabinet. Again, all of this is waterproof. You can get it wet, it's not going to hurt anything. It's designed this way with solid surface countertop inside this space. So again, very nice, very convenient for use. And because of the size space, it's comfortable. Another control panel here for your lights. And I might mention that Lithionics, which is the batteries that are in here, also has an app that you can check the health of your batteries, maybe while you're not at the unit, and you can see what's going on with your batteries from a remote side or when you're away. And then as I step up here, this is the bedroom space, obviously, but the storage continues again. We have the cabinet door there. Drawers on both sides, under my legs on this passenger side of the coach, and then the driver's side as we see. This is electrical panel, so circuit breakers and everything, with a drawer beneath as well. And then these are 30 by 80 beds on either side. Both sides nice padding, nice and comfortable. It does have a couple of hanging hooks, so if you have a little jacket or something like that you want to hang up, you can. We do have a electrical on the side there so that you could hook up a TV in this space also if you wanted to. 15,000 BTU air conditioner on board here. This is the actual unit. It is vented to the rest of the coach, so it's going to make it nice and comfortable from the inside of the unit, depending on what the climate is you're utilizing or you're camping in. And again, the windows, as you see, just great natural light coming in. We have this panel right here that actually has cup holders. It's got a place for storage. You can put your phone there for night, for charging, etc. Have access to that. Maybe a book. We have the reading lights back here. And cabinets above. LED lighting throughout. And again, these lights you can dim. Same aluminum cabinetry and everything. The doors that will not scratch. You can rough those up a little bit and they're not going to hurt anything. And if you wanted to have the space set up so you could have this entire area a sleeping space, you can do that by simply putting the panel here down. It's got the hard side beneath. And then I can flip this over and I can put this into space here. So we have all of that sleeping space behind. A couple of cleats here because it does have a little telescoping ladder that's just here on the wall, nice and tidy out of the way, that actually has those hooks that will go into there. Nice, easy way to get up onto that bed. So just very, very flexible unit, very practical unit for people who don't want a great big motor coach. This is a great option, and it comes up against 3 other or 4 other units in the marketplace, and this is one that should be at the top of your list. Again, with the door, the construction, the overall thought that has gone into this unit is simply amazing. It's pretty fantastic, I might say. So again, this was the 2026 Tiffin Open Trail 25AO on the Mercedes-Benz 3500 Sprinter chassis. And my name again is Dwayne Pinnell, D-W-A-Y-N-E, P-I-N-N-E-L-L, and that's my cell phone, so you can call me 816-516-5312, and my email, just as you see it there, dwayne.pinnell @transwest.com. This, if you're interested, is unit number 17N253462. Again, 17N253462. I'm Dwayne. I hope to hear from you. I'd love to show you this or maybe any of our other inventory that might interest you. It'd be my pleasure to, and I want to thank you for your time today. I appreciate spending a little time with me. Have a great day.